What is up, guys? This is Platinum Point, and I'm here to bring you guys another Weiss Schwarz deck profile. This is going to be on my Fate Apocrypha deck, the deck that I piloted at the Heart of the Cards Weiss Grand Prix in Honolulu this past Saturday, September 1st. I went X2. I didn't get to make it to the top cut, but overall I like this deck. It's probably one of my favorite versions of Fate Apocrypha so far throughout play testing. This is the meta build, which revolves around the Pants and Door Climax combo. You already know about the Door one when I explained it in the previous video, but the book one combos with the level 1 Astolfo, which I'll explain the effect once we get through it. But if you don't know what book climaxes tend to do, is that when you trigger them, you get to draw a card. And like most climaxes, it has the plus 1001 soul effect when it comes into play. So without further ado, let's get on to the deck. Starting off with the level 0s. I play 4 Frankenstein level 0 Akatsuki's. I decided to bump this up last minute to 4 because I managed to pull the 4th Frankenstein during my locals on a Thursday tournament for the promo, and I managed to pull her, which was really nice because she pretty much tied the whole deck together, so I was kind of happy I picked up the 4th one. Next, I play 3 copies of the free running Astolfo from the trial deck. I managed to pick these up from my friend at the shop. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, bro. This allowed me to kind of maintain stock by just having it run away because it's a free runner. The sad thing is it's just only a free runner. If it was a mill runner instead, I think it would be a lot better, as it allows you to thin your deck while trying to stock manage nicely. So that's kind of the sad part about it. Next, I play 3 copies of the Mordred Ricci. If you don't know what Ricci is, it's basically the terminology of being able to bring back a cost 0 from either the deck or in the waiting room. This one salvages a level 1 or lower cost 0 character from the waiting room. So, and it also has the ability on play, check the top card of the deck. You can either send it to the waiting room or keep it. So basically you just use this to deck thin and also salvage missing pieces. I'm actually playing Brainstormers in the deck this time, so I'm playing 3 copies of the Mordred Salvage Brainstormer. Her effect is basically pay 1, rest herself, excavate the top 4 cards of the deck. For each climax revealed, salvage a character from your waiting room. And it also gives center slot plus 500. And the great thing about her is that she can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects, so she's removable unless you somehow are able to drag her to the front. But since most dragging effects target, so she's pretty much stuck in the back row if you play her. Next, I play 2 copies of the 0 Jean 2500 booster / beat stick. She has the ability on attack, give a master servant or a homunculus character plus 500 times the total number of characters other than herself. So basically, at most, you'll be giving your character plus 2k. And she's just basically here to help you power creep certain characters. Continuing on with the 0s, we play 2 copies of the Stock Swap 0 Jean, which has the ability, when your opponent, when this card is reversed by battle, you can send if the character is level 0 or lower, you can send it to the top of their stock, and they exchange it with the bottom of their stock, which is really nice. This allows you to get around on reverse effects at the 0 step, because a lot of them are memory based, so you can actually send it right back to the stuff and prevent them from getting further compression, as the stock is only a temporary form of compression rather than being a permanent one being in the memory. And then the last 0 is the 015 Jean booster, which has the ability rest herself, flip a card in your level that's flipped face down, back to face up. So she's basically your, a reset to the command seals. This is her way. Cheryl replaces, Jean flips it back up, which is really nice. And then for the one step, we play 4 copies of the 1-0 Astolfo, which has the climax combo ability with the book. On reverse, it gains the ability, when this card is front attack, you may send bounce this card to your hand, but when you reverse a character, you may check the top card of your deck, and if it's a master, servant, or homunculus, add it to your hand. If not, return it back to the original position. So basically what you do is deck thin, and he's a defensive card, in a sense that he prevents on reverse effects, because most people are either going to front it in order to attempt to get their on reverse plussing effect, or they're going to be forced to side attack and prevent me from bouncing this card. But most of the time, they're going to have no choice but to front me for more damage, as when you side, you do lose a soul penalty. And this is basically your way of answering the level 1 plussing combos. At the tournament, I did make a misread on the ruling. I thought the top check is the same time you bounce, so I got a game loss in 1 round, and that's why I went X2. But after being clarified this, I was playing it the correct way, and I managed to get my my record, my X2 record. And then continuing on, I played 4 copies of the 1-0 Jack the Ripper level 1 reverser. It has the ability, when this card is reversed, you may send, if the character is a level 1 or lower, you may send that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck, which helps maintain decompression in their deck. But also it just helps get rid of pesky on reverse not climax combos, but on reverse plussing characters like memory-based characters or salvage-based characters. And she also has the ability on play to check the top card of your deck. You can either keep it at the top or put it at the bottom, which is really nice because it helps you set up your Brainstorm, which is nice. And then for the final level 1, we play 2 copies of the 1-0 Jean, which has the ability, during your turn, if I control, I think 1 or more Master Servant or Homunculus, this card gains 1500 during my turn, and the ability on attack, I can pay 1, flip a card in my level face down, and all my other characters gain +1 soul. So this helps you push for damage, and if you play with a climax, it's basically as if you're playing a 2-soul climax, which means you can actually push your opponent to level 2 really quickly if you play it right. Not to mention, she's just really terrifying throughout the game because she's a damage modifier via increasing the soul. So if you remember, the 2-1 Mordred is a 2-soul, level 2, that's a cost 1. So with the Jean on the board, she becomes a 3-soul, so she'll be swinging potentially 3 to 4 damage, which is really nice because you're going to be either increasing the likelihood of getting climaxes out of the deck, which makes further damage stick, or if it sticks, you're pretty much getting them to the next level during that turn if you're lucky. And then on to the level 2s, we play 2 copies of the 2-1 Vlad, which is basically an anti-level 3 reverser, except it bottom decks it when this card gets reversed by a level 3 character, which is really nice. And then for the last level 2, I play the 2-1 Mordred, like I mentioned from the last video and this video. This card is really busted. And then for the 3-step, I play 2 copies of the La Pucelle Jean. You basically use her for the precision burn, since you don't have to necessarily get the Letitia. You just send her to the waiting room and burn, which is really nice. So she's precision burn and one of your secondary finishers. Then we play 3 copies of the Fafnir, which has the on-play heal and on-play on-cancel burn 1. So usually the board is you play more than about 2 Fafnirs and 1 Mordred or 1 Jean, and you're going to basically try to hit for precision damage. And at the end of the turn that this card is played, you put it into memory, so he compresses your deck by 3 cards if you play all 3 Fafnir. And then for the final level 3, 4 copies of the Mordred. If you remember from the last video, her ability is basically on play heal, and with the climax combo, on attack, pay 2, flip one of your cards in the level face down and burn equal to the number of face down cards in your level slot. So if you have multiples, you're going to be swinging for basically 1 damage, then fronting for 3, then burn for 2, fronting for 3, which is really nice. You want to be able to make sure that you're finishing combo sticks, or the damage that you inflict during the battle step sticks, and make sure that you hit them to level 4. So that's it for my Fate Apocrypha deck profile. The next one I'll be doing is my No Game No Life deck, and I will be doing my Pokemon deck profiles post-rotation. I know the rotation already took into effect. And the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Video I might be doing is a Invoked deck profile. I'm trying to pick up the Invoked core because it's one of my favorite archetypes from the Fusion Enforcers set. Or is it the, I forget, is it Fusion Enforcers? I forget whatever it was called when it first came out, but it was one of my favorite sets in the Arc 5 era. So I will be picking up Invoked, and I hope you guys like this playmat. I got this from Comic Hat, one of my friends, one of the people in the Facebook groups for the Weiss groups was going to the Comic Hat, and I picked up this mat. It has Jean and Jalter. And also I will be doing Fate Grand Order videos. I haven't yet decided what I might do. I might do it on NeroFest. So hopefully that goes along well. So for now, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And stay on point, guys. And don't forget to false crack that like button and smash the subscribe button. Peace out, guys.